Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another edition of Soccer As We Like It, the Man United direction. As you know, we have so much news and breaking news. We're going to talk about Joe Phillips. We're going to talk about Wout Weghorst. We're going to talk about Abu Bakar. We're going to talk about Harry Maguire. We're going to talk about Eric Ten Hag. We have it all in today's show. Right. Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United direction, the channel for United fans and for global football fans who love the beautiful game. I'm Tim Rossi, host, and let's get right into this show. As you know, we've got breaking news coming from Fabrizio Romano, from Loving Whitwell from the Athletic, and also from Samuel Locust. This is where we are. A guy called Wout Weghorst. Wout Weghorst, that's his name. I had to practice his name. Wout Weghorst. He's a Dutch player, 6'6". Currently he plays for Besiktas in Turkey. He's loaned from Burnley in England. So Burnley to Besiktas, Besiktas to Man United. What a journey. Look at that. Burnley to Besiktas to Man United. That's a fantastic journey, but on a loan deal. This is what happened. We never saw this coming. We did not expect this. This comes from Sani Onunua. We don't know who he is. We think he's a journalist based in Turkey who brought this news yesterday. And Fabrizio Romano has carried it on and said United, yes, are interested in Wout Weghorst. Those of you who don't know this guy, if you watch the World Cup, the game between Argentina and the Netherlands, it was 2-0. 10 minutes to go. Wout Weghorst came on for a sub, scored 2 goals, especially that beautiful free kick that was made out of something practice was. Argentina defenders were all in the wall. He made his pass, he turned around and he scored. And it was like took the game to extra time and they lost on penalties. But that's the guy who scored those goals. Wout Weghorst. On a loan deal to United for 6 months. Not a bad deal. So Betis said, speak to Burnley. United spoke to Burnley. Burnley said, speak to Betis. And if Betis agree, that's fine. United, for some reason, no one saw this coming. But we're going to ask ourselves, is this a first choice, second choice, or third choice for United? What choice of strikers is this in Eric Ten Hag's levels? Our first choice was Gakpo, Liverpool. Our second choice is it wasn't our Joe Phillips was our first choice with Gakpo. They're both first choices. But now we're now battling with Arsenal. And you want to Atletico want 13 million, right? And pay his salary. United offered 4 million and would pay his wages. We don't know what Arsenal offered. So we just have to wait and see what Arsenal offered in reference to paying for Joao Felix, his wages, and how much Atletico Madrid want in terms of money. But this is where United are in reference to they want Joao Felix, but we're now being linked with a guy called Wout Weghorst. Like I said, 6'6" striker. He's Dutch. He's smart, good player. We saw when he scored yesterday the way he was waving to the fans. It didn't take you a body language expert to tell you he was telling the fans goodbye and good night, because I think he knows he's coming to Man United, which means talks behind the scenes have already been advanced. John Murtough must have gone to the Betis and told them, listen, we want this guy on loan, blah blah blah. But it begs to ask and differ. Is this what United really want? Is this what, like the Spurs guys, is this what you really, really want, or you really, really want? Is this what you want, or is this just something that is just what I call a third or fourth choice? Since this club doesn't like getting first choices and like to get third choices. But if you guys heard the statement, it's itching my hand. The statement Eric Ten Hag made yesterday. This club needs to stop buying inferior players, which means in a nutshell, stop buying crap, buy quality, buy great players, stop buying crap players who don't make an impact. It's just adding a body to the squad. A club this size and magnitude needs to be buying quality and not quantity. We've had too much quantity and very little quality, and that's why there's a big shift in players. We need to have quality and little quantity, not the other way up. See what I mean? Like us being linked to Abu Bakar, Vincent Abu Bakar, another guy who scored in the World Cup against Brazil, the guy who scored the goal against Brazil when Cameroon played Brazil, shook the referee's hand because he scored, took his shirt off, celebrated. He had already got a yellow card. Referee said, thank you for scoring the goal. I'm sorry, red card. Have a nice day and goodbye. We were linked to him. He's from Al Nassr of Saudi Arabia. So Betis now are looking at Abu Bakar to replace Wout Weghorst, which means Wout Weghorst has already been told he's coming to Man United. So that's where we are with this case. So I'm thinking United behind the scenes have been working on this deal. Because United, they take forever to make a deal. Nothing's like never. It's always like eh, 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 eh. So, we lost Gapco to Liverpool. I hope we don't lose João Felix to Arsenal, and that would be another slap in the face, wouldn't it? But I'm saying now, as it stands, Laurie Whitwell from the Athletic, Fabrizio Romano, some lurkers have said United have made a deal with Betiscas to get Wout Weghorst from Betiscas. As a 6'6" striker, right? Is he ideal to play in the Premier League? Would he fit in Eric Ten Hag's style? He's Dutch, he's intelligent, so I presume Eric Ten Hag would know how to use him, because we do need a focal point. Something like someone who could play in a diamond. You see what I mean? So that's what I think United are lacking at the moment, because Rashford does come down the left side. Martial is still being blended right back into the team after his consistent time of injuries. He's playing 60 minutes, but like Eric Ten Hag said in his interview, he said in his press conference, he said Martial's making space for other players. He's giving other players opportunity, so he runs, take away defenders. So he knows his role in the team. He's speaking very highly of Martial, because a lot of people were cursing out Martial and De Gea in the game against Everton on Friday in the FA Cup victory. But this is where fans are. Fans can sometimes be a bit delusional. It goes. It is what it is. When you're overpassionate, you look at things half full. You look at the cup empty instead of looking at the cup half full. So back onto the Wout Weghorst. He is 90% heading to United for a loan deal. So we'll see how that plays out. But João Felix, where are we? We're still battling 50-50 with Arsenal. Atletico won 13 million and wages. George Mendes, who is João Felix's agent, who used to be Ronaldo's agent, has spoken to Arsenal and spoken to Man United. We don't know what Arsenal have offered, but we know Man United have offered 4 million and wages till summer. No obligation to buy. I want João Felix because he's a first choice. I think Wout Weghorst is a second choice, as United always do, always looking for. So that's why Eric Ten Hag said, stop buying quantity, buy quality, buy great players, stop buying crap players. When Ralph Rangnick said this last season, he said this club needs open heart surgery, that 14 players need to be removed from this club. You know what they said? Thank you for your observation. Thank you for everything you've told us about removing players. We're going to have to remove you. Thank you very much. A goodbye and good night and a bag of chips. And this is where he is. So for Eric Ten Hag to still say this, it shows there is still a problem in players. And he's already built himself a situation whereby you can't find me. The fans love me, and I'm doing a great job for this club. So he has a leg to stand on, but we need a trophy. We haven't won a trophy in 6 years. The last time we won a trophy was Mourinho, and we had Ole, Ralph, Carrick, now 4 managers since Mourinho, and we haven't won a trophy. We need a trophy. We need trophy. We need trophy. We need trophy. But this is where we are. We need a trophy. We've had that. We need a trophy. We need a trophy. So on Tuesday we have Charlton at home in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals. We win the semi-finals. So that would be great news. So what we need to do is keep on the pressure on the board, get them out, but also we need new investors, a new buyer who wants to get United to the top and pinnacle of English and European football and global football, not in terms of fan base and selling merchandise. We need trophies. You see what I mean? We need trophies, challenging for Champions League, winning titles. That's what this club is built on. Not coming. Last season was the worst Premier League performance we've had in the Premier League era. See what I mean? It was embarrassing. We didn't even get 60 points. We did not get 60 points. And our two best players, Ronaldo and De Gea, other players just could not be bothered. They're just down to tools. Embarrassing, shameful. But I digress. So it looks like John Murtough has spoken to the Betiscas, and that deal is in advanced talks. because what Fabrizio Romano and Laura Whitworth said, it looks like those talks have been advanced. So and the way he was celebrating yesterday, like I said, it doesn't take a body language expert to see how he was celebrating and waving to the fans, goodbye, thank you very much for all the love shirt. I think I'm going to be wearing the shirt with this badge on it soon. So I'll see you guys soon. Tala, tala, tala. So I think that's where we are with that. So we'll keep an eye on that. But I think this deal is very, very close. I think no one saw this coming. It wasn't part of the script. The script was João Felix. Then we got thrown with Abu Bakar. Then we got thrown with Marcus Thuram. Then we got thrown with Memphis Depay wanting to come back to play for Man United. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, I've got some news about Harry Maguire, current captain of Man United, who's not the captain because he doesn't play, because the captaincy has been with Bruno Fernandes. Aston Villa today made a news statement saying they are interested in signing Harry Maguire. You know United paid 80 million. United are never going to get 80 million. They won't even get 70 million for Harry Maguire right here, right now. I'm realistically going to say, quote my word, 50 is going to be the max we can get for him. 50. And I'm being generous. He's English. He plays for England. He's a starter for England, regardless of if he plays or not. 50 million for Aston Villa. 50 million. United are not going to recuperate 80 million. It's impossible. No bloody way. So if Aston Villa want him, a lot of United players have offered to volunteer the Uber services to drop him at Villa Park. Is that bad, eh? Bloody hell, you guys are bloody monsters out there. But it is what it is. So anyway, so that's what we have for you today about what workers coming to United. Abu Bakar is going to be used to replace workers at Betiscas. Memphis Depay, we don't know where that is. He said wants to come, but I don't know if Erik ten Hag wants him to come. Marcus Thuram might be going to Chelsea because Chelsea are in dire straits at the moment. They lost 4-0 today, which is an absolute shit show. I think Porter's going to be sacked in the morning. I think he's going to be sacked. I can't see any way out. Yes, he has 10 injuries, but I don't know. You know what? He's actually lucky that Abramovich is no more there because he would have fired like 4 weeks ago anyway. So this new Tom Bowling, I don't know where he's going to come from. I know he's going to start. If he's going to give him more time, I don't know. But Marcus Thuram is being looked at by Chelsea, and Chelsea want to sign him. Young 24-year-old who is just who plays in the Bundesliga, and he's not renewing his contract. He wants out. He wants out. So there we are. That's what we have for you today. Apart from what Erik ten Hag said, that United need to stop signing shit players. In a nutshell, he didn't say shit players. He said stop buying players who have no quality. Buy players who have greatness, who could carry the shirt number and the badge on the club. Because there's some players, they can't handle this badge and they can't handle the number on the back of the shirt. It's not an easy task. But it's easy for players who've grown through the ranks. For the academy players like Rashford and McTominay who've grown through is different. But players who come into the club, some people can't handle it. People say, oh, Ronaldo had it. Ronaldo was 17. And yes, when he came, he was doing the step over this, that, but they had to repackage him. And that is where we had the greatest player of all time in what we see today. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We really appreciate the support you're giving this channel. Please support this channel. Please continue to subscribe to the channel. We're on all the social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TUMBLER, Facebook, TikTok, and Spotify. So check us out in all the varieties. Soccer as we like it, the Man United direction. If you just Google us on YouTube, Soccer as we like it, just press subscribe. 5 seconds it takes to subscribe to the channel. 5 seconds. There. By the time you finish saying, hey, subscribe is done. Thank you very much, guys. Have a nice Sunday, and I'll keep you posted tomorrow. We have the match on Tuesday against Charlton in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals. So that is the game we're going to be looking at, and we're going to be talking about that. I have another show after this where United fans are going to talk, and we're going to talk about transfers, we're going to talk about players, we're going to talk about all the news about United over these last couple of days, and we're going to do match preview for the game against Charlton on Tuesday. So follow the channel and keep watching and keep supporting, keep subscribing, keep liking, keep sharing, and God bless you all. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys on the next one. From us, it's goodbye and good night. Have a happy Sunday.